Aaron, big game coming up. How do you feel it's going to go?
Yeah, no, big game as you said. I feel it's going to be a tough game for both sides. Obviously, we've seen what they've done in the season. We've seen them in the cup final of the London Cup. So, yeah, but we're rooting for us because we know what we can do.
As you mentioned, Olympia have had a great season so far. You've been keeping an eye on them. How much research have you done on them coming into this game?
Yeah, we've done quite a bit of research because we know a few of their players from. We've got players playing from Upper World that they used to play against. So, yeah, we know enough.
Who are you looking towards to make a difference today? A lot of key players available today. Who are you looking towards to make a difference?
We're looking forward to Kamadi to make a difference for us, for Jason Banton to make a difference for us. But as an overall team, everyone can make a difference. We've got a lot of players that are quality.
Same with the other side, same up, same down, everything together.
Yeah.
Come on, we good? We ready? Yeah, Olympia on three, lads. Strong. Yeah, Olympia on three. 3, 2, 1. Olympia! Go, boys, come on!
Welcome to the Frederick Knight Sports Ground. It's heavy hitters against Olympia in the semi-final of the BSFL Premier Cup. Heavy hitters in the white shirts, managed by Aaron Latouche. They have Lewis Pontin in goal, back four of Kane Dwyer, Reece Watson, Cameron Edwards and Anthony Sanderson. In midfield, Ali Taz and Mauro Rodriguez, along with Jason Banton, Charles Ariwa and Ruben Carvalho. Dylan Kittredge-Loblack is their striker. On the bench, Kamada Akimizuma Edwards, Liam Nolan, Emre Taz and Charlie Clark. Olympia are managed by Steve Sinotti. They're in the lime green shirts. In goal, Luke Ward. Back four of Alfie Bartram, Giuliano Sinotti, Elliot Joseph and their captain Oliver Battle. In midfield, George Gianni, Jacob Jervis Bond and Larry Adjaman. The two wingers, Antonio Michael and Zacharias Uribari. And in attack, Yemi Beremo. On the bench, Giancarlo Sinotti, Dominic Francois, Rami Rifat, Jamie Lee Donoghue and Peter Antoniadis. The BSFL Premier Cup is sponsored by UC Decorating and Building. Contact Umit on 07778 766 766 for your no obligation quote from a trusted trader with over 30 years in the building and decorating trade. Today's referee, Ricky Rose, assisted by Mark Jacob and Henry Yanaris. We're off and underway. Nine green shirts of Olympia, and they're quickly on the attack. Giorgiani unable to keep the ball in play. Those white numbers on the lime green are going to be slightly difficult for us to identify everyone. There's Ali Tass putting the ball back in midfield for heavy hitters. Switched carefully from left to right. Kane Dwyer. Nicely done by Ariwa. Gets it back once again. Shoots the challenge of Jervis Bond and back out to the left hand side. This is a good productive move forward from the home side. Carvalho involved down the left. Is there a shot at the end of it? It's a really good chance this. Around the goalkeeper. And it's Dylan Kittredge-Loblack who gives the home side the lead inside 2 minutes. And it was a really good move, and they continued to do damage as they went down the left-hand side. And Kittredge-Loblack was on hand to prod home. Excellent play from the home side, who lead. Well, Olympia have lost just 3 matches all season, and 2 of those defeats against the heavy hitters of AFC Hopewood and Highgate Albion, but they are losing to heavy hitters today. What's the response from Olympia? They've won the championship title by a whopping 18 points. They are a force to be reckoned with. They find themselves in an unfamiliar position, trailing and under the cosh at the moment. That's a really good tackle in the midfield by Jervis Bond. Antonio Michael. Easily won back by Rodriguez, but they failed to clear their lines. Eventually they do. Ali Tass does so, but the referee has pointed to the spots. Let's have another look at this. Well, they should have got rid of it. And it was the foul by Cameron Edwards that has led to the referee Ricky Rose pointing to the spot. This could be a reprieve for Olympia. It's Alfie Bartram, slams it home for an equaliser. And with barely 5 minutes on the clock, this game has 2 goals already. Their first sighting of goal comes from an innocuous penalty, but a penalty that was taken emphatically and buried by Alfie Bartram. 1-0. Here's a free kick, in fact. Deep delivery, glanced wide. Well, that goes down as a decent chance for Elliot Joseph up from the back. There's Ponting with a goal kick. Anthony Sanderson down the line, and again they're causing problems down the left-hand side. Jason Banton causing them no end of issues. He shot straight into the midriff of Luke Ward. Battles clearance away. It's got long distance on it. Unorthodox clearance from Lewis Ponting, but effective nonetheless. Ariwa can't keep it. It's one back in the midfield by Iani, and he looks over towards the right-hand side. Into the box it goes. This is a chance for Jervis Bond, and it's over the top. An indication there of how ruthless Olympia can be going forward. Great ball this from George Iani. Over the top. When it's delivered into the box, making a run across the defender Reece Watson. It was Jacob Jervis Bond, but he couldn't keep the shot down this time. There's Ponting with a goal kick. Hoists it long. It's a miss kick. Maybe a chance to profit here, Carvalho. Free kick given. Ruben Carvalho rather fancies this. He's not the only suitor. In fact, it's driven into the wall. Ariwa. And the defence does its job. Olympia clearing the lines, and they can quickly turn defence into attack here. And again, unable to get the ball away, heavy hitters, and that could be costly. And out quickly to make the save was the goalkeeper. But Lewis Ponting is beaten by the follow-up, and it's George Iani who turns this game on its head. Just a little under 10 minutes remaining in the first half, and this was the moment when they didn't get the ball clear for as it's played over the top. It's bouncing around. Watson couldn't get a head on it. Should have got it clear. Dwyer was there as well. It's a little chip over the goalkeeper from Burimo. He can't find a way through, but Iani is quickly on the scene to bury the rebound. 2-1. It's Olympia FC's debut in the Championship this season in the BSFL. They won the Copa League Championship last season. They are a very dynamic side that know how to win things, that's for sure. And that was very close to being 3-1. They were slow starters today, Olympia, but they've really started to get themselves into the gears now. Ariwa. That's a good looking ball. Banton. One back again. This is where they're so damaging. Pouring men forward. Shoulder to shoulder, Cameron Edwards wins the throw. Hitters won this competition last season. And a rerun of the last season's final and the quarter-final. They beat Park Royals 8-4 in a game that was 4-4 at half-time before Royals had the influential Bertie Shelley sent off. That's a free kick. She's played into the penalty area, glancing header, and again it wasn't far away. Problematic free kick that very nearly led to a third goal. So they do get their laces eventually through the ball. Back in the midfield. Ariwa. Wide to Banton. Needs a good cross. As it goes, driven by Ali Tass. Off target, goal kick. Winners of this game will meet Highgate Albion in what promises to be a very interesting final. It will be remains to be seen, but Olympia have the advantage at the moment, but they're on the defensive. Heavy hitters are more than capable of hitting them. Turning this game on its head once again. It's already been turned on its head a couple of times. Kittredge low black. He tees it up and the shot flies over the top of the crossbar. Here's Pontin. Decides not to kick, but instead bowls it out. Cameron Edwards goes long. Go all the way through. Cleared away. Half time. Well, Heavy Hitters got off to the best possible start, but at half time they trail to Olympia by 2-1.
This is a team that if you give them half a slip, they're going to take it. We gave them 2, meaning that we're behind now. But even without the 2 goals, a lot of the ball's been in our half, especially the big guy in the middle. One of the two needs to just commit to staying tight, because like Baz said, he's winning a lot of the second. They're doing the diag thing, and when it's coming back into the middle, 9 times out of 10 he's the one winning it. So we need to focus now and just wake up to that. We know that's happening.
Did everything we asked you to do in that change room, and it allowed us to dominate the game. It was 40 minutes of pure control. That's what we expect from you. When we tell you about positional discipline, the right decisions, adapting in game, how we adapted, we see the weakness. The right back's their weakness, and the centre half can't play. And we've adapted going long. For me, there's not much negativity to say. I don't know about Steve, but I'm finding it hard to find something to say what's negative, apart from the first minute. Outside of that, it's been brilliant from every single one of you. The desire, the hunger. You look like the team who wants to go through. They don't. They look like they're turned up, yeah? Exactly like Zach says. 45 done, next 45 coming up. We need to keep that intensity, keep the work, keep the decision making where it's been at. It's been fucking brilliant.
That is, the press comes from the back, because they can see everything. We can't just press. If Ruben goes and he's on his own, you get picked off. It's like we all go or we all stay.
We've been a little
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you don't have to call it from the back, but you can see the whole picture.
So that's what I was going to say. For me, just the key thing what Kane said there is just communication. I came from like 15 minutes to not there, and it was only in the last 10, 15 that I heard you as a team communicate. More time it's louder in the sidelines, like, but I should be hearing you lot screaming at each other instructions. So back line, like if you don't need to push, squeeze, shout at man, you get it, like, because it's way too quiet. So that urgency, and that's where the urgency comes from. The one time you lot did it, we nicked the ball down and we were almost in that one time. So just want them to keep doing that.
To be fair to them, it was a good move, but we were diving in. We don't need to dive in, boys. Stand our ground. You force them back. Once you start committing, that's when they start going around you. But apart from the first 5 minutes, boys, we've been amazing. We were really good. We can get more goals though, guys. I mean, at the back for them. I mean, they're all like heavyweights. I mean, they haven't got no agility at the back. They're overplaying at the back. We can definitely get more goals in this game, boys. But we've got to be on top, especially at the back. We've got to concentrate.
Off and underway in the second half. Charlie Clark on at half time. He is a key player for Heavy Hitters, and they'll need him to fire an equaliser if possible. He scored a hat-trick in round 2. Anton brought down by Antonio Michael. Free kick is given. It's taken quickly by Sanderson. Banton quickly picking out Charlie Clark, who's trying to wriggle his way away from 3 defenders around him. He's had to go backwards. Not too much support forthcoming. Eventually the tackle comes in. Again by Taz, and then the shot on the turn. It was a decent effort as well from Ruben Carvalho. Saved by the keeper, taken quickly by Sanderson. We'll have it back again. Ball forward. Chasing was Charlie Clark, and he's asking for a corner as he collided with Ward, and it's been given. Corner planted in, and that could so easily have ended up in the back of the net. It came off of the head of Sanderson. Rodriguez building up from the back. Kittredge low black. Carvalho again involved. Kittredge low black. Won it back momentarily, Olympia, but they're in a bit of trouble here. It's Banton down the left-hand side. Tries to come inside. Stopped in his tracks, and a free kick is given by referee Ricky Rose. Went in underneath the bar, and that was only just inches over the crossbar. That was mighty close to an equaliser.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That I understand.
High ball forward, and it's a good ball as well because it's beyond the last defender. Chipped over the goalkeeper, but it's easy for heavy hitters to deal with it. Bringing it out from the back with Reece Watson into the feet of Banton. That's by Clark, and suddenly they're looking for a third. Olympia. Dangerous ball out to Michael and pulled back, and the shot was gathered fairly comfortably by Lewis Pontin. Given away to Carvalho down the right hand side for heavy hitters. Still trailing here by 2-1 despite leading as early as the 2nd minute of the first half. Banton loses out in a congested midfield area, and look how quickly Olympia shunt forward. Oh, brilliant tackle by Rodriguez. That was an exceptional tackle to stop Antonio Michael, and that could be a pivotal moment in the game. Clark, Carvalho, weighing up his options. Nolan, Banton. To right hand side, anywhere will do. Over the top. Desperately trying to keep the ball away from their goal, Olympia, and this was the tackle. Off goes Antonio Michael, he's heading towards goal. That really is a fantastic interception. And that wasn't a bad piece of skill either from Jason Banton. Again, the victim was Antonio Michael. Free kick, lifted into the box, it's dangerous. Just can't get it away at the moment. Yanni, it might have even struck him on the hand, but in fairness, there wasn't any real appeals from heavy hitters, and now they're on the attack again, Olympia. And then over down the right-hand side, again, timing his tackle to perfection. Carvalho. Nolan. Ruben Carvalho again, weighing up his options. Made it all the way through to Watson, who's joined the attack. It's Watson! He fires that one high over the top of the crossbar. Time running out here for heavy hitters. The holders are on the brink of going out of this cup competition in the semi-finals. The third goal now would clinch it. Into the penalty area and away. Rodriguez. He's played it out wide to Clark. And Clark gets the cross in. Taz has made that run into the box, and it's volleyed away. Anywhere will do. Nolan. Carvalho. Carvalho again. It's bobbling around, and it's gathered by Luke Ward. Long clearance ahead of the defender. That defender was Nolan. Got it cleared. That's not a bad clearance by Rodriguez. Taz falls nicely on the volley to Charlie Clark, but he scuffs it wide. Big moment. Just trying to keep it down in the corner at the moment. The throw-in taken by Antoniades, and that is the last of the action, and it's Olympia that are through to the BSFL Premier Cup final. It's heavy hitters 1, Olympia 2.
Commiserations on the feet. Very, very closely fought game. How do you think it went?
Yeah, I feel on the day we let ourselves down. They turned out for it, they were more hungry, and congratulations to them.
You had a very bright start, scoring the first minute. Very well worked goal down the left-hand side. What were you thinking when it went in?
Yeah, I was thinking great start, as you said, but we've got to keep our composure, keep it the same. But straight after, we gave away an unnecessary penalty.
What are your thoughts on that penalty? Did the referee make the right decision?
Yeah, it was the right call. Just a little bit late from us, but yeah, definitely right call.
Oh, you are the defending champions. You won it last year against Park Royals. What do you think went wrong in that second half?
We couldn't find a way to create more than what we should have. I think we had like 2 shots in that second half. We didn't take them. And yeah, it just comes down to trying to create more.
You had a couple of your key players unavailable at kickoff. How much of an impact did that make?
I wouldn't say it had an impact, but it changed the way how we wanted to set up. So yeah, it made it. No, I wouldn't say it made an impact, but we definitely had to change the setup.
Nicky, big game, big win. Did it go how you expected it to go?
I think so. I think, you know, this is our first year in the Barnet Sunday League. Obviously, we're in the Championship, so to play against some of the teams from the Premiership has been a real challenge for us, and we know the quality that they have in that league. So we expected it to be a really, really tough game. We know a lot of their players, so we know they've got a lot of quality. So I think it went how we wanted it to go and how I thought it was going to go. I think we controlled the game, and that's what we tried to do from the offset. We knew they was going to be dangerous, but our idea was to control the game, to limit their chances. So it went exactly how we planned it to go, yeah.
Like I said, Heavy Hitters, definitely no slouches. They are the defending champions of the Premier Cup. How did you manage to kind of nullify those threats that they were bringing on the defensive side?
You know, we spoke a lot about before the game about positional discipline, and we knew it was going to be important in the midfield. You know, we play with a 6 and 2 8s, and what we tried to do is we tried to go on the front foot and use the 2 8s to press the ball players. A lot of teams on Sunday League, they don't do that. They play with 2 6s and 1 8 or 10. So we reversed that to try and dictate the tempo to stop them from playing. And I think if you see in the game, we had the control of the game because they couldn't play. They started going long, and especially in the first half, they couldn't create much. So that was what we tried to do. We tried to stifle them having the ball to create, to get their good players onto the ball, and I think it worked.
But Heavy Hitters had that early goal. Did a bit of nervousness creep in when you saw it go in?
I think whenever an early goal goes in, I think it's, if you're going to let in a goal, you want it to be in the first couple of minutes. I think it's the best time to let in a goal in football, you know, because you've got the rest of the game to recover. I wouldn't say nerves come in. I think we probably was a bit nervous when we kicked off. Maybe that's why they scored. We wasn't set, but I was confident that we'd be able to come back into the game for sure.
Cool. Well, you're through to the finals. Congratulations. You've got Highgate Albion. Tough opponents. What are you thinking?
We know them very well. We've played them a few times over the years. You know, we've had success against them, we've had defeats against them, so we know it's going to be very tough. We know a lot of their players. They've got some brilliant players, so we know that we're going to have to come with our best game possible if we want to win.